This is the time of year when everyone's talking about New Year's resolutions. Maybe you're feeling inspired and hopeful about all the things that you want to achieve this year. Or maybe you're one of those people who've given up on resolutions entirely because, well, you've been down that road and it rarely turned out the way that you wanted it to. And let me tell you, I get it. I've been that person, full of energy and ambition in January, only to hit February with a sense of failure when my resolutions started slipping, or when I realized that there was just so much more work to do than I had anticipated. It became a cycle, one that chipped away at my confidence and my self-esteem. But today, I want to reframe how we think about resolutions because they're not inherently bad. When approached with the right mindset, they can be a tool for growth and self-discovery. And so I'm sharing the 3 key things that I've learned to keep in mind when setting resolutions. These are lessons that helped me embrace where I am and what I'm capable of without the unnecessary pressure. So let's dive in. Number 1, you are exactly where you need to be right now. This is a big one because how often do we look at our lives and feel like we're running behind, like we're somehow failing because we haven't hit certain milestones yet? Social media certainly doesn't help with this. We're constantly bombarded with images of people who seem to have it all figured out. But here's the truth. You are exactly where you need to be right now. Life is not a race, and your journey is unique to you, and it's unfolding at its own pace. It's unfolding at the pace that will take you to the right place exactly at the right time for the magic to happen. So instead of focusing on where you think you should be, take a moment to appreciate where you are. Think about all the experiences and the lessons that brought you here. Every stumble, every small victory, it's all part of the process. When I started to embrace this mindset, I felt a huge weight lift off my shoulders. And it's mostly because I stopped comparing myself to other people. I've said it before in one of my videos that we all have different assets, we all have different strengths, weaknesses, privileges, and we truly are all unique. No 2 people have the exact same qualities, the same exact strengths, the same exact weaknesses, and no 2 people will have the same exact journey. So stop comparing yourself to other people because there are so many variables at play, and just because it hasn't happened for you yet doesn't mean that it's not going to happen when the time is right. Having this mindset made me feel like I gave myself permission to breathe and to be present and to grow at my own pace. And that's what I want for you too. Number 2, the path won't be linear and it will take time. That is just a fact. We live in a world that celebrates instant gratification. We want quick results, whether it's losing weight, learning a new skill, or seeing success in our careers. But real growth doesn't happen overnight. And that's one thing that we seem to forget. Think about anything meaningful that you've accomplished in your life. Was it a straight line from start to finish? Most likely not. It was most likely filled with twists, turns, setbacks, and breakthroughs. That's how growth works. It's messy, it's unpredictable, and most of the time, it's frustrating. And this applies to everybody, not just to you. Here's a personal example. I'm an independent artist and I finished my upcoming album years ago, but a series of life events prevented me from releasing it. From a worldwide pandemic to immigrating to a new country and starting my life over again. In my 30s, something always seemed to get in the way. I eventually managed to put out a few singles from the album, and I am determined to finally release the whole thing this year. So watch this space. But the reason I'm telling you this is because life happens to all of us. There are so many unpredictable things that happen to us that we just need to accept that we have no control over. And that shouldn't undermine our ability to get back and do what we love and follow our dreams and goals and make the things that matter to us happen. The key here is to trust the process. Celebrate the small wins along the way, and each step forward, no matter how small, is a step in the right direction. And even when it feels like you're stuck, like I was, or moving backwards, remember that you are learning, you are growing, so your time and energy is not being wasted. You are getting something out of showing up. So all of this is to say that this year, instead of focusing solely on the end result, focus on the effort that you're putting in. Show up for yourself consistently, even when it feels hard or inconvenient. That is where the real transformation happens. Number 3, if it's not an act of kindness towards yourself, don't do it. This one is a game changer, and this is the one key point that I really wanted to make in last year's resolutions video, which you can watch here. But if you are not being kind to yourself, if something that you are trying to do is not an act of kindness towards yourself, don't do it. Simple as that. How often do we set resolutions that are rooted in self-criticism and self-judgment? I need to lose weight because I hate the way I look. I have to work harder because I'm not good enough. When our goals come from a place of self-judgment, they become toxic. They drain our energy and leave us feeling worse about ourselves. But what if instead we framed our resolutions as acts of kindness towards ourselves? So simple as, instead of saying, I need to lose weight, try, I want to nourish my body and feel strong, or I want to be healthy. Instead of saying, I have to work harder, say, I want to challenge myself and grow in ways that excite me and add value to my life because I matter and I deserve that. The way you talk to yourself matters. The way you set your goals for yourself matters. If a resolution doesn't feel like an act of kindness, if it doesn't inspire you, if it doesn't uplift you, then it's simply not worth pursuing. Please be gentle with yourself. You deserve that. So, as you head into the new year, I want you to keep these 3 things in mind. Number 1, you are exactly where you need to be right now. Number 2, the path will not be linear, and that's a fact, and that's okay. Trust the process. And number 3, if it's not an act of kindness towards yourself, don't do it. Resolutions are not about perfection. They're about growth, self-discovery, and learning to show up for yourself in ways that feel good and that are meaningful. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that the things that I said in the video resonate with you. I am myself on this journey with you, and I have my own goals that I want to achieve this year. I have my own New Year's resolutions, and so with this video, I'm kind of talking to myself just as much as I am talking to you. But yeah, please let me know what you thought in the comments, and if you have any more tips, please share them. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this from me in the future. Let's make this year one of kindness, growth, and authenticity. We've got this. Yeah, we've got this.